Lady Deadpool, Blake, is it happening?
I hope so, God.
And, my husband and I, got married, Deadpool was made, and then they were looking for a lady pool, so,
How can you get it out?
Hollywood is reportedly caught in a high-stakes, behind-the-scenes power struggle, with online speculation suggesting that the tension may be spilling into the inner circle of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Unconfirmed rumors circulating across entertainment forums, insider channels, and pop culture communities claim that a surprising divide could be emerging between Marvel veteran Robert Downey Jr. and franchise newcomer Ryan Reynolds over future casting decisions. Much of the chatter centers on allegations that Reynolds has been pushing behind the scenes for his wife, Blake Lively, to secure a more prominent ongoing live-action role as Lady Deadpool within the expanding MCU multiverse. However, these claims remain unverified, while the same reports suggest that longtime Marvel figures and the franchise's established creative leadership may be resisting such efforts and maintaining tight control over major casting and creative decisions.
Blake Lively just made a post about Hayden Panettiere, and people are not happy. He's asking everybody to be kind? Huh. Interesting. Or when, Ryan mocked him with nice pool. That was so kind. Yeah.
To understand why this alleged conflict is generating so much attention, it is important to examine the current public narrative surrounding Blake Lively. Online speculation has claimed that Lively has entered a difficult period following intense backlash and scrutiny surrounding the promotional campaign and controversy connected to her romantic drama It Ends With Us. While these reports remain unverified, some industry rumors suggest that major studios and high-profile brands may be approaching future collaborations with greater caution, potentially limiting her presence across major commercial projects and promotional campaigns. In Hollywood, when a celebrity encounters a significant public relations setback, support often comes from trusted personal relationships, business partnerships, and family-backed ventures. For Lively, speculation naturally points toward her husband, Ryan Reynolds, whose success with the Deadpool franchise has helped establish him as a powerful figure with considerable creative influence and negotiating leverage within the studio system. The Deadpool franchise is also far more than another superhero property. It has become one of Marvel and Disney's most commercially valuable modern franchises, demonstrating the enormous global appeal of R-rated, self-aware superhero storytelling. Deadpool and Wolverine further reinforced that strength by becoming a major worldwide box office success and proving that unconventional superhero comedy could still dominate the international market. During that crossover film, audiences were also introduced to Blake Lively's surprise appearance as Lady Deadpool, giving fans their first major on-screen glimpse of the character in live action. Although Blake Lively's appearance in the theatrical cut was reportedly limited to a voice role, with her face hidden behind Lady Deadpool's instantly recognizable red and black mask, the cameo quickly sparked online speculation about whether Marvel could eventually explore a larger live-action role for the character in future multiverse projects. Ryan Reynolds has also spoken publicly about how enjoyable it was to involve his wife in the production, joking about the family connection while praising her comedic instincts and commitment to the role. Still, transforming a surprise cameo into a permanent, high-profile presence within the MCU would represent a completely different level of commitment. That distinction has fueled further online rumors claiming that Reynolds has been interested in expanding Lady Deadpool's role as the multiverse continues toward increasingly ambitious crossover events. These claims remain unverified, but speculation suggests that such ambitions could face resistance from Marvel's established creative leadership. Robert Downey Jr., in particular, occupies a unique position within the franchise. As the actor who helped launch the modern MCU with Iron Man in 2008, Downey became one of the most recognizable figures in Marvel's history and earned substantial respect throughout the studio system. His long-standing relationship with Kevin Feige and the broader Marvel leadership has made his involvement in major franchise decisions a subject of intense fan interest. The alleged battle over future casting has also been amplified by several headline-grabbing promotional moments involving Reynolds. One memorable example came when Reynolds made a surprise appearance at Hall H during a major Marvel presentation, arriving in full Deadpool character and instantly sending fans and social media into a frenzy. Whether these moments represented genuine behind-the-scenes tension or simply the elaborate showmanship associated with the Deadpool brand remains unclear, but they have certainly kept speculation surrounding Reynolds, Marvel, and the MCU's future at the center of online discussion. That bold marketing approach reached another level when Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman appeared to hijack the Disney D23 presentation with a hilarious viral-style hostage video. In the memorable clip, Jackman portrayed a reluctant captive while jokingly being pushed to plead with Kevin Feige for a place in Avengers: Doomsday. What could have been ordinary behind-the-scenes lobbying was transformed into a highly entertaining promotional stunt, generating enormous attention online and adding to the excitement surrounding their characters' future within the MCU. However, while Reynolds and Jackman have successfully used fan enthusiasm, social media momentum, and viral publicity to build anticipation around their projects, speculation suggests that the same strategy may not automatically work for every potential MCU expansion. Rumors circulating online claim that some longtime Marvel creatives and established franchise figures may prefer a more controlled approach when introducing major new characters, particularly during a sensitive transitional period for the cinematic universe. There is also ongoing speculation that Marvel executives are paying close attention to public perception, brand positioning, and continuity when evaluating future casting decisions. While Reynolds holds considerable influence through his Maximum Effort production company and his success as Deadpool, his position within the larger Disney ecosystem is still different from that of foundational MCU figures such as Robert Downey Jr. Downey's historic connection to Marvel, combined with his return in the enormous role of Dr. Doom, places him in a uniquely influential position as the franchise moves toward its next major chapter. These claims remain unverified, but they have added another layer to the growing online conversation about who ultimately holds the most influence over Marvel's future casting decisions, and whether established power players will welcome or resist attempts to expand the MCU through personal and professional alliances. The broader question is how Marvel's overarching multiverse narrative can accommodate guest stars and alternate character variants without disrupting the carefully constructed direction of the franchise. When millions of moviegoers fill theaters for major cinematic showdowns, studio executives understand that every casting decision carries enormous financial, creative, and reputational consequences. While Ryan Reynolds has built a reputation for pushing traditional marketing boundaries and turning unconventional ideas into viral moments, Marvel's senior creative leadership operates on a much longer timeline, with plans often spanning multiple phases, interconnected storylines, and entire franchise cycles. According to unconfirmed entertainment reports, even secondary characters and multiversal variants can reportedly face extensive internal review involving multiple layers of studio approval. The goal is to ensure that every hero, villain, or anti-hero introduced on screen fits naturally within the MCU's established tone and larger narrative architecture. These alleged internal processes have only added fuel to the growing debate over whether characters such as Lady Deadpool should become recurring fixtures or remain occasional multiverse appearances. Public reaction to these possibilities has been intense across social media, Reddit discussions, and YouTube communities. Fans and entertainment commentators have analyzed public interactions involving Ryan Reynolds, Hugh Jackman, and Marvel executives, searching for possible clues about future casting announcements. Some fans argue that bringing popular variants, such as Lady Deadpool, into future projects would be a natural extension of Marvel's increasingly chaotic multiverse storytelling. Others believe that Marvel needs to maintain a carefully curated roster of major characters in order to protect the franchise's identity, prestige, and long-term appeal. These opposing viewpoints have transformed ordinary casting speculation into highly shareable entertainment debates. At the same time, Hollywood itself is changing the way studios evaluate talent, public perception, and promotional potential. In an environment where online sentiment can spread worldwide within minutes and potentially influence audience interest, studios are becoming increasingly careful when considering long-term contracts and major recurring roles. Unverified reports have suggested that casting decisions are placing greater emphasis on reliability, audience reception, and broad commercial appeal, particularly for characters expected to appear across multiple interconnected projects. This evolving environment could create friction between established franchise decision-makers who favor carefully calculated expansion and creative personalities who want to push the boundaries of conventional studio strategy. The complicated relationship between public relations, personal connections, celebrity influence, and corporate filmmaking has always been part of Hollywood's inner workings. When major actors or producers use their commercial leverage to advocate for opportunities involving people within their personal circles, they still have to navigate layers of executive approval, continuity requirements, contractual negotiations, and long-term franchise plans. Ultimately, studio executives must balance two competing priorities: capitalizing on the enormous commercial momentum created by successful stars while protecting the consistency, prestige, and identity of their most valuable intellectual properties. That constant negotiation between personal advocacy and corporate strategy is where many of Hollywood's most intriguing power dynamics emerge, and it may explain why speculation surrounding Marvel's next major casting decisions continues to attract so much attention. Gatekeeping has become an increasingly important part of modern entertainment culture, creating endless material for speculation and debate across digital media. As these interconnected storylines continue spreading across social platforms and entertainment headlines, audiences remain deeply fascinated by what happens behind the scenes. Fans are no longer satisfied with simply watching the finished product on the big screen. They want to understand the creative decisions, studio politics, disagreements, and strategic relationships that influence the direction of their favorite franchises. From viral convention appearances that generate massive publicity to unconfirmed rumors about casting disputes, virtually every development can be analyzed from countless angles. In today's hyper-connected entertainment landscape, the real-world drama surrounding blockbuster productions can sometimes become almost as compelling as the fictional stories themselves. If the rumors are accurate, the alleged tension also represents an intriguing clash between two different approaches to modern franchise filmmaking. On one side is the contemporary franchise builder who embraces meta-humor, fourth-wall breaking, viral marketing, and close creative partnerships, while on the other is the established MCU system, where veteran figures and studio executives emphasize long-term planning, consistency, and carefully managed public relations. Whether reports of genuine friction between Robert Downey Jr. and Ryan Reynolds have any factual basis or are simply exaggerated by online speculation remains uncertain. What is undeniable is that every move involving the stars of Marvel's expanding multiverse receives enormous attention, and any rumor involving power, influence, or casting decisions at the highest levels of Hollywood is likely to keep millions of fans watching closely.